What's up guys, today we're continuing our series on how to make a shooter game in Scratch. So today we are looking at how to add the epic gun. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's go over what we have here. So what we have here is the epic gun costume. So I have just made a simple costume and make sure the head is centered in the middle, like that. Okay, so now what next we have here is the Powerball Sprite. I have right now 5 costumes. Here is Powerball, and this is the Powerball Charge 1, and then Power Charge 2, and Power Charge 3, and then the shooting. And then it goes off the screen. So what I have done, I have copied our Epic Gun sprite. So I grouped this, and then I copied it, and then I just pasted it over there so it looks like it's coming out of the gun like that. So this is what we are going to make today. So once you have got all your costumes ready, let's get coding. So what we need to do is duplicate this part right here. So we got our machine gun, we got our laser gun, and now we want our epic gun. So if key 3 is pressed and our cache is equal to 100 or our cache is greater than 100, we are going to switch costume to epic gun. And then that's all you need in the player sprite. And now let's go to our zombie sprite, and we are now going to duplicate this, and we are going to change this to epic gun, like this. And we will also name our costume epic gun too, like right here. So next what we want to do is do our movement for the zombie. So let's duplicate this, the laser gun, change this to epic gun, and we'll just move 2 steps like that. I'm going to say move 0.5 steps instead. Okay. So after when you have done that, let's go into our Powerball sprite, and let's get coding on our Powerball sprite. First, let's drag this into here. Make sure to get your laser shoot block out of there and just drag this here, and then put it back in. Okay, so now we have here, and then we'll change this to epic gun, of course. And then we want to switch to costume Powerball. We want to set our size to 50%. We want to set our ghost to 100. And we want to go backward 99 layers, and we want to hide. So now we don't need this go backward 99 layers. And now we're going to create a block like we did in our laser sprite. So this is going to be our Powerball shoot. So when we shoot the Powerball. So let's drag this down here and put our block there. In here, we are going to just drag in this into here. It's going to be pretty similar to our laser gun. So we are copying some of the stuff. So we put this here, and we want to put a show before that. And then after when it does that, we're going to set our ghost effect to 0. And we are going to put a wait 1 second. So after that, once it's no ghost effect anymore, we want it to do our animation for our shooting. For this, we need to switch our costume to Power Charge 1. So let's get a switch costume to and change this to Power Charge 1. And then after that, we'll get a repeat 10 times. And we will do a switch costume to Power Charge 2. And we put a wait 0.1 second. And then let's duplicate this. and we'll switch costume to power charge 3 and wait 0.1 seconds. So after when you have done that, at the end we will wait 1 second, and then we'll switch our costume to our Powerball shoot, and then we'll wait 5 seconds before it ends. So we'll just duplicate this, get rid of the forever loop and stuff, and we'll drag this down here. And we don't need that set size to 50 anymore. So after that, let's test our game out. Wait, before we do this, let's drag in this so it will be on the player too, like we did in the laser. So after that, we will put this down here, and we want to add a bit. So we're going to, subtract of the X position a bit. So I'll say 150 for testing. And let's see. So for testing, let's change our points to 195 because it says 100 over here. I'm not 195, just 95. So let's see over here. We press 3. Oh, as you can see, we subtracted too much. So what we need to do is subtract less now. So we need to subtract less than 150. So let's do 100, and we'll see how that works. So I press 3. That's exactly on the player. So we don't want it to be exactly on the player. We want to be in front of the player. So what we need to do is make this even a less number. So let's say 30. And if we press 3, we need to subtract a little bit more. So let's do that. If we subtract none, let's see if we subtract none. If we subtract none, it's going to look like this. So I'm going to subtract none for now. And as you can see, it's animating and stuff, and we have our Powerball shoot. Okay, so let's get rid of that minus. We don't need that. But if it doesn't work for you, then you can use the minus and subtract, or you can add some of the X position. So after that, we want to go and we want to get a set. So we want to set our zombie take damage to no over here, and then after when it's finished charging over here, we want to set our zombie take damage to yes, and then after all of this, we are going to set zombie can take damage to no. And then after that, we will go to in zombie sprite, and over here, we take this touching laser out and put an or. So if it's touching the bullet, or if it's touching the laser, or if it's touching the, we need to get a touching, or if it's touching the Powerball and our zombie dice equals yes, then we want to make our zombie die. So let's see if our project works. So here, let's shoot, and let's have our Powerball. So right now it's normal, and then it's charging, and then it shoots, and then the zombies do die. So our game is working perfectly, and I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will make another part soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Peace out.